Hello from the Music Interview Corner, guys. The first interview of 2025, and I'm here with Rioghan Dasi. Hi, thank you so much for taking time for the interview.
Hello to you and to everyone. And I'm so thrilled to be here.
Cool, me too. I have a lot of interesting questions for you. So first of all, your new album, your second album is called Kept, and it's going to be published very soon on Valentine's Day, on
hmm
February 14th. What can your fans expect from this album?
Well, I have been thinking about this a lot, and I have been maybe a little trying to compare it to the first album. I know it's not healthy to do that, but I still do. But maybe I would say it's a little bit heavier, but also lighter in a way. So we go deeper to both ends with this new album.
And do you have a favorite song on Kept?
All of them, of course, but maybe lately when we have been practicing the live stream and also for the gigs, my favorite song has now been Red, and it has not been released as single yet, so you will hear it when it's published.
So your fans can be excited for that. And I also saw
hmm
on your Instagram that you just shot a music video for the song Skin. Can you already tell me something about that?
Yeah, I think it's the best of the music videos yet. Somehow it's very different from what we have done before because there's not too much things happening. It's very still and there's like only one scene where everything happens. So I think that's gonna be great. And there is Finnish forest and all kinds of incredible scenery. We had a drone and we shot with the drone some aerial shots from the forest and it looked amazing.
Yeah, what I saw on Instagram so far looked very exciting. There was also a clock, right? There was a clock in your hand, I think.
Yeah, yeah, that's actually, we loaned it from my grandmother. It's her clock. And I just fell in love with it because it has all these details and it's it it's not that polished, you know. It's very pretty, but also you can see all the like imperfections in it too because it's an old clock.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this music video.
Cool.
And I would also like to talk about your special music style because I feel your band has a very special mix. It's kind of course, metal, but there's also very progressive influences, I feel, and electronic influences and some gothic elements. How would you describe, your unique music style?
Well, I would have chosen all the words you chose too. And maybe to me it's very hard to put it in any box like directly to some certain genre because there's so many things. And maybe if you like one song, you might not like the other, or maybe you like all of them. It depends on people. But personally, I don't want to categorize it any further because if you do that, sometimes it kind of leads you into some kind of prison that then if you categorize yourself to something, then you might feel that you have to do it that way or something that fits that genre specifically. So to me, maybe the progressive metal is kind of safe space because there are no rules, basically.
Yeah, and I always feel the label doesn't matter so much as long as the music is great. And I think this is definitely very exciting music. And how did you and your bandmates meet and decide to form a band together?
Actually, at first, I wanted to, it was kind of like a solo project because I had done some poetry for many years. And then also, I love music. And then I got a thought that maybe I could somehow intertwine these two things together. And then I made the first EP together with a few other friends. And after that, it was kind of clear to me that I need more people. And then I asked around a bit, and then I found Teemu first, and he was very excited to collaborate with me and write a few songs for the first album. And then when we needed to actually record the album, we tried to look around for players. And then we found Valtteri for the drums. And first, for the first album, we were kind of like a trio. And then we needed a live lineup. And after that, when we played the first show, we decided, like, okay, these guys, they all belong here. This is a band now.
And you just mentioned poetry because I read on your Instagram the description, the poet and the beasts. So you're the poet and the guys are the beasts.
Yeah, originally it was the poet and the beast, and it was kind of a dualism of myself. Like, I am also the poet and also the beast. But then when we got more into making this a band, we changed it to being the beasts. So now the guys are the beasts, or are they? I don't know.
Oh, that's exciting. And the band is named after you, right?
Yeah, I used the Rioghan Darcy nickname when I did poetry. And then at first, because I did the first EP by myself, basically, uh, I just decided that maybe I could use that name, but maybe two names is a bit short and weird because after all, I didn't want to be labeled as like just a singer or just an artist, if you know what I mean. And maybe Rioghan was best to put short.
And we can see on the screen that your real name is Jenny. How did you
Yeah.
find your artist name, Rioghan Darcy?
Well, that was a long journey, kind of. Well, I have always been fond of like Celtic names because they are so different from Finnish names. Like, yeah, Jenny, that's pretty basic. So, of course, you are looking for something exciting that looks cool. And then I researched some stuff for a while and decided that Rioghan is a nice name. And also, it refers to like the etymology of the name is it means like a queen or a ruler of some
Mhm.
kind, like a highborn person. So that was kind of a ironic thing too. Like, I am very, very much queen of everything, except I'm not.
And you were just on tour in the fall with the band Wheel. How was that?
Yeah, it was like a dream come true. Absolutely. I was like, I didn't know what to expect because I personally don't have that much live playing experience. All the other guys do. They have had many bands and done all kinds of stuff, but I haven't. So I didn't really know what to expect, and it exceeded all my expectations. We had fun every night, and the crowd was amazing. I really like, I don't even have words because it was such an intense feeling to be one with all the people on the stage and also with all the people in the audience, and that just struck my heart.
So that was your first real tour.
Yeah, that was. We had played one show before that uh, last year. No, this is 2025, so it was a year before that, 2023. Yeah. So that was kind of my first actual live show with a band as a singer. I have played keyboards in a few like youth projects back in the day, but it's nothing compared to this.
And that's my favorite question that I always ask all the bands that I interview. What's the craziest thing you have ever done on tour? And this is special because it was your first tour. So what's the craziest thing you have ever done on this first tour?
Well, I'm not sure if I think this is very anticlimactic answer because we are not that crazy. But I think maybe the craziest thing altogether was to get on the stage because of course, I didn't show it to anyone else, but I was terrified. I was totally terrified, and I just had to like rely on the things. We have rehearsed this, it's gonna go well, and we had like a dress rehearsal before that and everything, but somehow it's so different when it's the real deal. But after the first show, it kind of because it went well, then I just started to trust myself with it. But that was probably the craziest part to actually just get there and play and sing.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful story. And I'm sure you did great. I saw some clips on the internet and it looked amazing, your energy on stage.
Thanks.
You started as a band in, I think, 2019, right?
Hmm.
And then there was a pandemic, and then it went pretty fast for you. Do you have any advice for young bands when they are starting their career?
Well, I would say that I have been personally, I have been like pretty anxious about everything that, and I have been putting all kinds of deadlines for things, and then I have been sad and angry sometimes if I didn't meet my own deadlines, which I made myself. And I would say they should try to relax a bit because it's all about creativity and it should be fun all the time. Because if you do it like too harsh and try to just execute things in a row, then there's a danger that it will go to being not fun. And also, I would say that you should put deadlines, some kind of deadlines, because maybe the stories that I have heard from my friends' bands and people in general, that if you don't have a deadline, then you just stay in the same position all the time. And maybe you have a song, but then you just meddle with it. Is it any good? Or maybe I should change this and change that, but just send it forward. Just do it. It's good.
That's great advice. And you have also some really cool events coming up. You have an album release party on February 14th in Helsinki, right?
Yeah, yeah, and it's a live stream, and it's like I would like to underline that it's a live stream where we play the whole new album live because yeah, many people have pre-release parties where they just kind of like listen to the whole album, but this is not like that. We are actually going to play the whole album just as it is live, and that's a one of a kind show. So I would like to see people online.
So it's an online event. It's not in a club, it's an online
Yeah,
event and everybody can attend from all around the world.
yeah, yeah, it's a live stream. Yeah.
Cool. And is it 13th or 14th of February?
13th. Yeah, it's like because the album release is 14th, so
Mhm.
it's the live stream is 13th, so it's like one day before the release.
I thought it was two separate
Hmm.
events. I thought there was a party and a live stream, but uh,
Well, yes, on Friday we have a gig in Helsinki, and that's like an actual normal live
so you
gig.
have both. So you have
So
a
yeah,
real album release
yeah, but
party
they are
and the live
separate
stream one day
events.
before.
Yeah,
Oh, good that we clarified that. So, guys, for you on the 14th, you can see them live in Helsinki. And if you can't wait until the 14th or you don't live in Finland, you can come on the 13th for the live stream event, right?
yeah. That's
Now we
right.
got it right. Yes, and we can put the ticket link here in the video description.
Oh, that's perfect.
And where is the live event on the 14th in Helsinki?
That's in semifinal, Helsinki.
Oh, nice. Next to Tavastia Club. Very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have to ask that because a lot of metalheads love cats and dogs. And I see behind you in the background, you have a picture of a really cute dog.
Yes, there are all kinds of dogs in my life. So at this moment, we have four dogs at home. And also, I have a very close relationship with my mom, and she has three dogs at the moment. So they all get along, and I will visit them often, and I love them.
Oh, beautiful. And what's the name of the dog behind you? The
In
big
the
one.
big picture,
Yeah.
there is Petteri, and Petteri was my first own dog, and he sadly died a few years ago. But I really loved him, and he really holds a special place in my heart. He taught me so much because when I got him, I thought I knew something about dogs because we have had dogs all my life, but then when you have your own dog, it's so different.
Oh, that's beautiful. And do you want to say anything to your fans before we end this interview?
Well, I would like to see you all in the live stream because it's like it's a very special thing for us. It's very personal thing to share like the whole album in its entirety to everyone. So I really hope that there will be some people there. And we have been trying to make the show perfect and unforgettable. And we have designed all the lights to fit the scenes, and there's some choreography and everything. And I hope it will be perfect.
Yeah, then thank you so much for the interview, Jenny, or Rioghan. Both is correct. But yeah, thank you so much for
Both.
the nice interview and all the best for the album release and for the future.
Thank you for this interview. It was really fun.
Oh, for me too. We can do one again when your next album comes out or the next big tour comes.
Of course, I'd love to.
Yes, thank you so much. And goodbye from the Music Interview Corner.
Bye.